Hey everyone, welcome back to Tax Tip Tuesday. Happy April, happy tax season. Today we're going to dive into holding companies. First off, I want to say a lot of people try to make this more complicated than it has to be. One of the most common reasons for having a holding company that is very justifiable is when you own real estate. You almost always, almost certainly want to have your real property in a separate LLC, and that's worth it. Have the LLC own your rental or own the actual building, and then have that LLC rent it to your main operating company. That's great and definitely necessary. Other than that, the main reason for a holding company probably isn't tax strategies as much as it is asset protection. That doesn't mean there aren't tax strategies that can be implemented, but again, it's probably the main reason is asset protection. So let's say Joe Schmo trips and falls and he wants to sue your business. If Joe Schmo sues you for more than what your insurance is covering, but your business doesn't have any assets, he's limited on what he can actually get from you. And assuming you already have the protection of an LLC, you can't get to your personal assets either. So that would be one reason. Let's say you have a medical practice, such as a dental office. You have expensive equipment like x-rays and other digital imaging scanners. If you have that in a separate LLC, and that LLC rents that equipment to your main operating company, and then Joe Schmo comes over and tries to sue you for more than what your insurance coverage is, he can't get to those assets. They're protected in its own entity. He's not suing that LLC, he's suing your LLC, right? Lawyers are going to give you more advice about that, and they'll give you all the legal details about how to structure those entities. As a high-level overview, that gives you an idea of what the asset protection looks like. For tax purposes, it's easier to have a holding company for reinvestment purposes or exiting strategies. Let's say that you have multiple ideas and you want to start these new businesses. Instead of just putting it all under your one operating company, having a separate LLC makes it easier for when you want to exit. Whether that means succession planning, whether you want to give it to your kids later on, or if you actually just want to sell a division of your company instead of selling the whole thing. So those are some of the main reasons for having a holding company. Number one, asset protection, including having real property in a separate LLC, definitely, that's number one. And number two, it's just a cleaner reinvesting and exiting strategy for tax purposes. And that is all I got for holding companies. Join us next time for tax tips on Tuesday.